Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to y'all. I am Professor M. Today we've got a whole bunch of information to go over. Just like normal, go through all of your rifling. Make sure you get all of your improvements done. Always do your rifling, do your iron sights. It doesn't matter what gun it is, you always want to do your iron sights, your rifling, and your scope if you have the ability to do a scope. This one I recommend actually putting the scope on it, making sure you keep it on there. I'll let you know why later on. As far as the stocks or the wraps go, don't worry about those if you're lower level. If you're higher level, man, do what you want. It's your gun. Watch your ear holes. It's going to be loud. They got distinctive sounds, both of them. So the Evans sounds very distinct, and the distinct reload sound. Thing actually holds 25 rounds, so it does take a long time to reload. Just keep that in mind. Always keep it full. That's what they look like when they're up close and personal. Lancaster, obviously keeping it tight. Once you get out to some distance, though, this is medium range. If you go by the stats say the Evans is better. So let's see what it looks like. The Lancaster did open up a little bit. The Evans did tighten up quite a bit, so I'm kind of happy about that. We're going to go out a little bit further. We're going to do this one more time, see what this looks like once we get them both done. 14 rounds each. The Evans looked like it actually spread out quite a bit. The Lancaster looked like it tightened up from that distance. But that's not to say that the Evans isn't deadly at a long distance. I'm going to make that very, very clear here shortly. I took this thing out for about a week. It was an absolute blast actually to shoot. I'm going to give you a quick little history about this thing. It was a lever action center fire rifle designed by Warren R. Evans. Warren R. Evans, this is kind of a cool story if you really think about it. He is a dentist. He was a dentist. He designed the rifle along with his brother in 1873. It was marketed by Merwin and Hubbard. The hope was that the rifle would be issued to the United States Army, but it failed the standard dust test. So yeah, it does actually get dirty fairly quickly. Kind of a cool note that Rockstar did. It's got a very strange fire rate. It jumps sometimes. It's not something that's terrible, but you have to kind of prepare for it a little bit. Now, when you put the scope on, you can get some serious distance unless you're me. I did pretty good in this game, so I cannot complain. I was 31, so there you are. I turned around and did this bounty. This bounty was redonkulous. It took me 5 times to get through. Then I turned around and I said, okay, I'm going to bring myself some backup just in case I try and do these things. This was the only time I've ever had to use my backups. There you go. Now, I did a Lancaster Litchfield review using this same bounty. I wanted to make sure you guys know that. You'll see it in the cards right here. When you see that, you can click on that. You can watch that video. You can see what the Lancaster and the Litchfield both do. It's the exact same thing. Everything's the same. So that's why I like doing these, because it's very methodic, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, this thing does really well as far as keeping people at distance. When you want to reach out and touch, it will reach out and touch, and it will do some damage. But it does take a bunch of shots. So be aware. This thing is it's all kinds of strange to me, but whatever. You can catch headshots at some serious distance, unless, well, yep. Unless you're me, then you can just miss all day. Come on, man. Alright, so when you start getting into like a really nasty combat, this thing, it could be these guys because this is level 5 bounty, but I mean, some of these guys, it was absolutely ridiculous. and they came in droves. I did not have nearly this difficult a time with my Lancaster. Like I said, I had done it about 5 times. The frustration was real, and I was ready to be done with it. So, my opinion on this thing, it is a good gun. It will do some serious damage. It has killed me more times than I can count. I personally am going to stick with my Lancaster. We're just going to go with that. And, yeah, tell me what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's the end of the video. If you like the content, please drop a like and subscribe to make sure you keep caught up. Always play your game your way, enjoy yourself, have fun. That is the point.